You should really get to a healer. Yes, sir.
All right.
Are you not feeling well?
Good morning, sir.
Greetings, apprentice.
I'm sorry, fellow Matt.
A pleasure to... Good day.
Ah!
You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale. I'm here to relieve you.
My feet are killing me.
Have you been well, Reese? Get back. Go take your break.
It's about time.
Go take your break.
My feet are killing me. You should really get to a healer.
I hope I can help. Except for Gerald coming back from a trip down south, things are pretty quiet. Not much travel right now with the Oblivion crisis. I've told my men to keep a sharp eye out, but I've had no reports of any strangers in town. What about you? Turned up anything suspicious? God's blood. So she was the spy? Seems there's no one you can trust these days. Since you're working with Cloud Ruler Temple, I'm going to authorize you to search Gerald's house. I'll pass the word to my men. We won't interfere. I trust that you'll handle things appropriately. The less I know about it, the better. Oh, hello. Good to see you. Is there a better person to learn heavy armor skills from than Bumf Grug? Gosh, she moves really well in that armor.
You've been well recently. Your skin looks a bit off. you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
Have mercy. Just
Sir.
What have you learned about the spies? Excellent work. I knew I could count on you. The gods did not idly choose you as their agent, whatever you may think. But it is clear that Mankar Cameron will soon bring all his power to bear against Bruma. I will warn the Countess of the danger. You should speak to Martin. I believe he has made some progress with the Mysterium Xarxes. The Daedra Prince of Destruction, an inveterate foe of all mortal races. He was involved with Jagar Tharn's plot against the Empire years ago. It doesn't surprise me to find his hand in the current calamity. I will send word to the Countess at once of the danger to Bruma. You should speak to Martin about his progress with the Xarxes.
I've deciphered part of the ritual needed to open a portal to Cameron's paradise. The Xarxes mentions 4 items needed for the ritual, but so far I have only deciphered one of them. The blood of a Daedra Lord. In fact, Daedric artifacts are known to be formed from the essence of a Daedric Lord, from whence they derive their great power. Not an easy thing to come by, obviously, but we will need a Daedric artifact. Bring it to me when you have acquired one. I think I'm close to deciphering more of the ritual. I hope to have made some progress.
What do you need, friend?
Good evening, sir.
The next section of the Mysterium Xerxes is very difficult. I won't ask what you went through to obtain this, my friend. I know all too well the depravity of the princes of Oblivion. Are you ready to give me the artifact? Remember, the ritual will consume its physical form. It won't be seen again on Tamriel for many years. The world will be better off with this foul thing gone from it. You should talk to Joffrey. He needs your help. Trouble down in Bruma, I think. I've learned that the Mysterium Xerxes is both the gate and the key to Cameron's paradise. In some sense, the book is Cameron's paradise. Manca Cameron bound himself to the Xerxes when he created his paradise, using dark rituals which I will not speak of further. A gate can be opened from the outside, however. It will be more difficult, as I will have to temporarily bind myself to the book. But I believe it can be done. I will continue working to decipher the arcane items needed for the binding ritual. Farewell, my friend.
Hail.
I've just received word from the Countess of Bruma that an Oblivion gate has opened outside the city. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion. Since you've dealt with these gates before, I'd like you to help the Countess's guard close this gate. Once they've seen how it's done, they should be able to handle any new gates on their own. Captain Bird is waiting for you outside the Bruma City gate. He'll show you the Oblivion gate, although I doubt it will be hard to find. You should rendezvous with Captain Bird immediately. The sooner that gate is closed, the better.
Thanks for coming. Since we had the hero of Kvatch available, I didn't think it made sense to try this on our own the first time. We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll follow you into that hell-spawned gate. All right, give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now. All right, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there. Nobody likes the idea of going into that thing, but it's our job, and we're going to do it. If we don't, Bruma ends up a smoking pile of rubble, like what happened at Kvatch. And that's not going to happen here, not while I'm captain of the guard. Boor, Soren, you're with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So far,
We're with
so
you,
good.
Captain!
Here comes another one.
This ends here!
Look out! This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
So far, so good.
Stay sharp.
So far, so good.
Stay sharp. Look, I've got that one. Yeah! I've got that one. Here comes another one. Look out! This ends here. Here comes another one. I'm just warming up.
Do your work!
Here comes another one. Yeah! I've got that one. You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale. I've got that one. I'm just warming up, pathetic worm. Look out! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Stay sharp. Yeah! Look out! Look out! Look out! Yeah! Prince! I've got that one. Stay sharp. Oh! I've got that one. Here comes another one. Stay sharp. I've got that one. It was an honor to serve with you, sir. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think my guardsmen and I can handle any new gates that open near Bruma. Stay sharp.
You did it, Captain. You closed the Oblivion Gate. We didn't think we'd ever see you alive again.
Believe me, it was no picnic. But thanks to our friend here, I now know we can close these hell gates. We can defend Bruma. Is everything all right? You look a bit ill. Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
You won't get any of...
How do you do? They say that Oblivion gates have opened outside cities all across Tamriel.
You get any closer, and I'll turn your bones to ash. Back off.
You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale.
No! I heard you helped the guard close that Oblivion gate. Thanks. We were getting worried about that damn thing. Please, go on. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? You've made a good bit of gold. That's a good deal. That's it. You got it. Thank you for your bit. Take care.
Her boyfriend, Geronda, has stolen some gold from her and left her penniless. Now he's in jail and she's destitute.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
I understand Daedra worship has been... Good day.
Have you been... I'm sure all of... Always keep your magical equipment... Let's do business. Thank you for your... Good day.
Well met. Let's do business. Thank you for your... Can I interest you in some of my wares? I would. You're a fine negotiator. You're a... I let... You drive up. You bought that for a song. You drive a hard bargain. You bought that for a song. A bargain at any price. A bargain at any price. A fine transaction. That's more than I'd usually pay. That... A good... That's more than I'd... That's more than I'd usually pay. That's a good... come back and see me again. Take care.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
What do you need here?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isles.
The Ultima have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation.
Good to see
So
you.
long.
Good
Take
news
care.
from Kavachburg. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
Uh-huh. Did you hear about Raiden Leary?
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
Are you not feeling well?
Good work. Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates, at least for now. But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any hope of defending it. You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil, as well as the Elder Council. Ask them to send aid to Bruma before it is too late. Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xerxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it. Bruma cannot hold off the hordes of The Elder Council rules in the Emperor's absence by ancient tradition. Chancellor Akato heads the Elder Council and is the closest thing the Empire has to a leader right now. But the Blades answer only to the Emperor, of course. We are not an arm of the government. You should speak to the rulers of Cyrodiil as soon as possible. The danger to Bruma is growing by the day.
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How, then, to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you himself. Be sure to speak to Joffrey about the...
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. I wish there was another way. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many lifetimes. I do not know. The catacombs of Sankator were sealed by the first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relus, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned. Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death, but we have no other choice. You must succeed. An ancient relic of the first Emperor, who became the Divine Talos, the patron of our order. After the Battle of Sankator, Tiber Septim gave his armor to the Blades in honor of our role in his victory. The Blades built a shrine in the catacombs of Sankator, on the spot where Tiber Septim received the blessing of Akatosh. The armor has been there ever since. Before evil came to Sankator, this shrine was a place of pilgrimage for all Blades. But no one has visited the shrine and lived to tell the tale in centuries. May Talos guide you.
Hail.
You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale.
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit...
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Coral. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation. You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Valga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you? Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Coral. Your best bet is to speak to residents of the castle. Once you have found out all you can, search for physical clues. The painting is all I have left that reminds me of the Count. I spend many a lonely night wishing that the words I speak to it will be heard and not just fall upon the lifeless pigments and canvas. Chanel and Orgnolf both reside in the private quarters section. They have been restricted to remain indoors, so they should be easy to find. You may also want to speak to Bitneld, the captain of the guard. He can be found on patrol in Coral or in the barracks. Finally, I would try speaking to Orak Grogoth, who is my steward. He resides in the private quarters section as well. If he isn't in the castle, he may be at the Northern Goods and Trade, buying food to stock our larder. Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my city a great service by closing the Oblivion Gate. I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in the defense of Bruma. Consider it done. As the head of the Elder Council, High Chancellor Orkato is the de facto ruler of the Empire for the time being. We're a mountain people, tough, independent. County Coral is rich in mines and timber, wool and mutton, and hard-working people. The Count of Skingrad and I are not social intimates. In fact, I don't believe Janus Isildur has any social intimates. Good luck, investigator. I hope the investigation goes well. Return. When you find enough evidence, confront the I do not wish them harmed, as I want the thief to face justice. I was elsewhere at the time of the robbery, and the chamber was locked. The only other people who have had access to the chamber and were unaccounted for are the court mage, Chanel, and the porter, Orgnolf. Don't forget to check with Bitneld, the captain of the guard, my steward, Orak Grogoth, and my herald, Laith Wavrik. I was elsewhere at the time of the robbery, and the chamber was locked. The only other people who have had access to the chamber and were unaccounted for are the court mage. Don't forget to check with Bitneld, the captain of the guard, my... Good luck, investigator.
Oh! A pleasure to meet you again. My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habits. I heard that the Fighters Guild botched a job. They lost a bunch of men in the raid. Fare thee well.
Are you not feeling well?
So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something? The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading. So, the Countess hired you to find the... Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man. Back to work for poor old Orgnolf. Have you been... No, no! Brave deeds, friend. Taking the fight to Oblivion itself. I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Coral. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me. I just feel safe living here in Coral. There are a lot of fine-looking women in Coral. Be seeing you.
You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale.
Have you been well recently? I hope I can help. I don't remember seeing Chanel or Orgnoff that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all the rain falling. As far as Chanel and Orgnoff go, they seemed fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnoff recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since. Farewell.
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
Any luck yet? Hello? Are you searching for something? The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night. Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information. They're saying some cult We're simple, gods-fearing folk here in County Coral. Easterners worship their wallets and their until your return. Any luck yet?
Are you not feeling well? Are you not feeling well?
You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale.
Any luck yet? Hello. Until your return.
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale.
A pleasure. The Countess is in attendance. Fare thee well.
Oh, it's Val. Back to work for poor old Orknall.
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit... off.
Is a good place to go if you need weapons. Do you ever do any shopping at Northern Goods?
I haven't needed anything there.
I've heard of it.
What's going on with you?
Is everything all right? You look a bit ill.
What's going on with you?
I saw a mud crab a couple of days ago. Ugly little guys.
I avoid those things whenever I can.
Are you not feeling well?
You should. It's all over, lawbreaker. Here's the procedure. Is up 2 of the afternoon watch and all. Goodbye.
Where did all those assaults come from? I only got like 9 of those. I don't even know. I don't know where half of those crimes came from.
Greetings, I hope the... Good luck, investigator.
Any luck yet?
Are you not feeling well? You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale. You should really get to a healer. You're looking rather pale.
You again?
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
Any luck yet? Hello. Are you accusing me? You have strong evidence, but I do not trust you enough until your return. Hello. Very well. I confess to the crime, but please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me. We've already been... I am ashamed that I took the painting, but my love for the Count was greater than you could imagine. I am undone.
Oh, you have returned from your... Whom did you accuse? I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Coral and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Coral again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it. Farewell. Oh, whom did you... Oh my. I feel terrible that I even suspected anyone within my court. I suppose you did the best you could, so you should... Hello. Farewell.
You again?
Have you been well recently? Your skin looked a bit off.
You again?
Is everything all right? You look a bit ill. You should really get to a healer.
Greetings, investigator. Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse?
I'm at an impasse here. Mostly because it's a grieving widow missing her husband, and that's kind of fucked up to, like, steal the portrait. Even if she did make it. You know, it is kind of weird that, yeah, you're coveting another person's husband that also is dead. And she's a painter. She could have painted another portrait if she wanted to. Yeah, I don't. Sure, it wouldn't have done him justice, but, like, I'm pretty sure there would have been better ways of doing it. Yeah, not because of the money and stuff. I feel like it's better to let her know and give her back the portrait. Because that was her husband and not Chanel's, and Chanel is... Yeah, she's a painter. She could have painted it again and then like, returned it or something. Or remade the painting. Sure, there's like an embarrassment factor in it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I should turn her in. And she doesn't outright say she's gonna be murdered or anything like that. She's just banished from the castle. Yeah, execution. I feel like this is the right choice in the matter.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Coral and stripped. However, I am not without being
Things
done.
considered, that
As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
that punishment is a lot more tame than what I would have thought would happen. Yeah. I feel like it's not as bad as it should be, so.
Farewell.
I feel like that's the better of the two, plus it's just being truthful in the end, so. Yeah. Sucks, but like I said, that's how I view it, at least. Anyways, that's all I wanted to add on the matter. See, also, I wanted to do the main story, but this is why I get caught up on these kind of things. Such a little, like, quest, but it's so interesting.
You should really get to a healer.
I should really get back onto the main quest now. Get support from the other places.
Show me what you've got. I'd advise you to keep your distance from that accursed portal. Haven't you heard about these gates? Well, then, you know what they're capable of producing. About 2 days ago, Count Indaris' son, Farwill, the Count fears the worst, and has posted guards here so we can watch and see if anyone... At this point, Count Indaris is offering a reward for the... If you find him, or the rest of the Knights of the Thorn. Get them out of there. I'm sure the Count would also be pleased if the gate was closed. New to these parts, the Knights of the Thorn are a bunch of rabble who fancy themselves true knights. Farwill formed the group around 2 years ago. They make grand boasts and talk a good talk, but that's all they are. The real work goes to us, the city guard. I hate to speak ill of them, as something horrible may have happened. But their own bravado got them into this mess. It's tolerated because Farwill is the Count's son, plain and simple. He has the power and the coin to put it all together. Most of the time, they lounge around the tavern drinking and making up stories of epic battles with impossible odds that they won. It's all garbage. They never patrol. They never help fight off the occasional bandit that slips into the city. Ah, well, I've said too much already. Farwill is a Dunmer, and he's wearing steel plate armor. His shield should bear the crest of the Knights. Nothing. There are 7 of them, including Farwill. Even though they're a nuisance, I still hope they haven't been hurt. There's only one way to remove that gate. From what I hear, you'll appear back where you entered. We will remain out here until the gate is either closed or something emerges. Tread carefully. I don't know what evil lurks within.
It's about time someone got here. What took you so long?
That guy on the right, why does he look like that?
We are knights sworn to uphold the laws of Shadenhall. We fear no being, and we strike fast and true as lightning.
Yeah,
Anyone
fast
who
as
joins our
lightning.
ranks gets honor of the highest echelon. Only a select few may join the finest force ever to grace the lands of Cyrodiil. Until now, we numbered only 7, but attacked like a regiment. Our enemies quake at our approach and falter at our charge. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Okay.
I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 200 of them, but they just kept coming. Only Bremen and I remain alive. However, with you here now, we can take the sigil stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Shadenhall. Huzzah!
Yeah, buddy, you need to get out of here. This is no place for you.
Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission is done. It's our way. Now, in my father's name as Count Indauras of Shadenhall, I order you to lead me to that sigil stone. I suggest we use the Raymond sweep formation. You'll assault and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward! Huzzah! The sigil stone for this Oblivion gate is the key. For you, of course. The path is yours. Lead on.
Even if Farwell doesn't say it, we appreciate that you're here. Don't judge Farwell too harshly. Most of what he says is fabricated, but he's young and therefore quite brash and inexperienced. All he wants to do is please his father. I've known him since he was a lad. Fighting to defend Shadenhall is in his heart. I just wish his heart was bigger than his hubris. I'm sure you wish to hear the real story rather than Farwell's version. Not long after the gate opened, Farwell decided an assault was in order. We charged inside and promptly met resistance. 3 of us were cut down in the first wave. We pressed on, at Farwell's behest. At the base of the citadel, we met a larger second wave of foes. We lost 2 more in that skirmish, as well as Farwell and I being wounded badly. It was at this point we considered retreat. We found the way back blocked by more Daedra, so we were stuck here until rescued by you. It's just like Farwell to leap before he looks. Had we brought a City Watch contingent, we might have taken the Sigil Stone with minimal losses. Instead, Farwell wanted to prove his point. The City Watch and the Knights of the Thorn are always at odds. They think we don't have what it takes, and Farwell wanted to show them. Perhaps we're all to blame. But that's not important right now. We must complete our journey and get that stone. Please help us. Let's keep moving. Strange. With all the lava, you'd think I'd be warm, but all I feel is...
Damn you! I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Even if Farwell doesn't, let's keep moving.
Lead on to victory for... The path is yours. Lead on. We made it. Victory is ours once again. Huzzah! You've done well. I wouldn't have expected such bravery from someone who isn't a Knight of the Thorn. Now that this battle between good and evil has been won, and the day is ours, you should go speak with my father. He will reward you greatly for escorting me home and closing the Oblivion Gate. Since you have led us to victory, I am hereby giving you the honorary title of a Knight of the Thorn. Your name shall be revered, and your deeds placed into song to be performed by the greatest bards for generations to come. Congratulations! As a Knight of the Thorn, you are now expected to carry this symbol of your knighthood. Carry it proudly and wear it well.
I'm trying to just mooch off of my successes, are you? Nah, you wouldn't do that. Motherfucker.
No more will the gate threaten the good people of Shadenhall. The Knights of the Thorn have triumphed once more. Make sure you address the Count properly.
Thank you for getting me out of that cursed place. Perhaps in the future, Farwell will learn patience and careful planning before dragging us into a situation like that again. The gate has been closed. Finally, thanks to you, the Knights have a real victory on their hands. You should hasten to Castle Shadenhall.
Good work closing the Oblivion Gate. You've made my job much easier and safer. Thanks. If you're looking for Ominous, he's resting in the Knight's Lodge, over there. I'm honored by your presence, friend. You've done it! I never thought it possible! I suppose Farwell will wish to talk to you now. Mustn't keep the Count's son waiting.
Oh!
Yes? If the guards don't do something about the... Goodbye. Are you not feeling well?
Are you not feeling well?
This is a restricted area, citizen. Leave now or face the consequences.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cheydinhal. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks. But he's still my son, and I adore him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure you wish to hear of your reward. I'm in possession of 2 fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thornblade or the Staff of Indaris. The Staff of Indaris it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydinhal, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell, and may Archay guide you. I will not forget your service to me and to Cheydinhal. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma. Even though he may be a bit misguided, I'm still proud to call him my son. I think if you had the chance to speak to any of the knights, they were happy to follow Farwill into battle. I'll be having a very long talk with my impetuous son. I don't blame him directly for their deaths, but he must learn to do things the proper way. He must realize he'll be ruling Cheydinhal one day. That's a responsibility I aim to make him ready for. The Elder Council and the bureaucracy have managed the Empire's affairs for decades. The Emperor rules, but the Council handles all the details. Be seeing you.
Is everything all right? You look a bit ill.
Yes?
Thank you for closing the... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. That seems a fair price. A good price for a good customer. Thank you. Come again. Farewell. The march... Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you? A fine transaction. Thank you for your patron. Bye.
Are you not feeling well?